name's John Dowling. I'm 72 years old, retired, married to my lovely wife Beverly. I have 2 daughters and 3 grandchildren, and I live here in Strathpine, which is just north of Brisbane. It's been a wonderful place to raise our kids. Our children and our grandchildren are what we count as our great success in life. Riley, come on. The day that I found out I had cancer was probably the worst day of my life. I walked into the urologist and he said, well, you have a high-grade aggressive cancer and unless we remove it, it will kill you. That really floored me. I think the biggest fear is you enter into a new world where the terminology is totally different. The people that you're meeting are talking in a language that you really don't understand, and you lose control. And I think that's the biggest fear, is I no longer had control of my life. When I first went to Genesis Care, I was in a very depressed state, and my consultation was with Dr. James McKean. James stopped for a moment and looked at me because I had this terrible, horrified look on my face, thinking, you know, I'm not going to last another 12 months. But he looked at me and he said, don't worry, I can help you. The way that he delivered it impacted on me and gave me, for the first time in months, confidence to face the future and think, I'm going to come out of this. That was supported by all the staff in Genesis Care at Chermside there. My treatment lasted for 7 weeks. There were, I think, 33 treatments that I had in that time. They were very easy. You weren't treated as patient number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or anything like that. You were treated as a real person with real concerns and a real life. To be able to go in there, get your treatment, then come home was really good. As for the staff in general there, they were fantastic. They looked after me and cared for me. You never had a worry or a concern. I was very, very fortunate. In spite of the conditions I had, I suffered virtually no side effects. Remission is a very, very special word for people who have encountered cancer. It takes quite a number of times before you reach the point where you no longer fear the test. When James said to me, he said, well, I no longer need to see you. You know, it was like a huge burden came off my shoulders. Following my treatment, you know, I felt so good about that. I said, you know, I'd like to give something back. And out of that came the idea of competing as a group in events such as the Bridge to Brisbane. Also, it was an opportunity to bring staff and ex-patients, if you like, together to do something that was worthwhile. My advice to people when they first find out they've got cancer is to immediately join up with the support groups for that particular type of cancer. Get in contact with them, talk to them, because it's that early period when you are uneducated about what this cancer is and how it's going to be treated, that you're at your weakest point where you really need the support. Life post-cancer is probably better than what it was before, strange as that may seem. But I feel that way anyway.